Leading off the top of the first inning for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 18, Will Brennan.
And hello and welcome back to Herman Brothers Field for first pitch of the 2017 season for the Mat-Su Miners. Will Brennan up for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Glacier Pilots in blue tonight, Mat-Su Miners in white. First pitch in there for a ball. Not the worst way to start a season. That one's high, ball two. That's the first strike of the season for the Mat-Su Miners there.
There we go. I was very interested to see how Blattner came out here. It is his first start. He didn't start much in Gonzaga in his junior year. So first time on the mound in the first inning, it looks like.
Strike number two. 2-2 count. Here in the top of the first, he's one of several Gonzaga players on the team this season, including returning player Calvin LeBrun, who pitched 2 years ago for the Miners. And that one's hit down to third. And the easy out of first, one down here in the top of the first for the Miners.
Nice play there on the slow roller. Stepped into the throw as well. Scored the first out of the season. Nice to get that first batter out for Blattner in his first career start. As you mentioned, yeah, Gonzaga, 3 players on this team. One of them is a pitcher that was pitching here 2 years ago, and he has the best Pete Christopher impersonation. We'll have to have him on the show later at some point this season.
As Blattner fires that one into a strike to Samuel Blair, the center fielder for Anchorage. Inside, ball one. Blattner taking his time up there on the mound. Big old lefty. He's tossing to Zach Sharpley there behind the plate. Sharpley also spent a brief amount of time with the Miners last season. That's a swing and a miss, strike two. 1-2 count here. Beautiful night here in Palmer. It was actually raining quite a bit earlier in the day, but right around 4 o'clock, 4:30, things started clearing up, and now you can't even tell. That one goes in for a ball. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, now being over here for about 5 days, we've heard from the locals a couple times. You just got to look at the mountains, and if you can see them pretty clear, it's going to be a nice day. A lot of the weather rolls in off those mountains, and Palmer is actually in the middle of a bunch of them, so the weather can change pretty quickly, but we've had a bunch of nice days. This was the first one that was very overcast and even rained a little bit this morning, but the field's nice and ready to go.
Absolutely, as Blattner fires in ball three. The count is full now. And yeah, you talk about those mountains. They are all around here in the Mat-Su Valley. All around us, and can't find a much better spot to play a baseball game. That'll be the first walk of the season, based on balls.
Now batting for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 23, Cameron Thompson.
Cameron Thompson now to bat for Anchorage. Out of Kansas State. Just finished his freshman season. And the pitch. Swung on and back here. Foul ball. Strike one.
I really like Blattner going after the outside corner on that first pitch, especially early in the game, seeing what the umpire is giving him in terms of a zone. First start, he went inside the last batter. A good pitch, a little inside. He ended up walking him, but I like that to get a feel for the strike zone.
And Blair there took off towards second, but slammed the brakes on him pretty quick, sharply keeping an eye on him there behind the plate. 2-1 the count. Three and 1 now. One out here in the top of the first.
You mentioned Sharpley being here last season. He was here for a little bit, and we got to talk to him, and he said there's nothing like Alaska baseball, and he's excited to be back and a whole new group of guys. But he loved the experience last summer and excited for more.
And that'll be the second consecutive walk here for Blattner. Struggling to find the zone here early, getting close there, but not quite strikes just yet. A little different, little problems with the command, but one away here in the top of the first. Runners on first and second, which brings up Ian Evans, the first baseman for the Glacier Pilots.
Evans out of Grand Canyon University. Actually has a couple teammates that are playing on the minors. We got 3 kids actually right now in the outfield. 2 of them, we got Quinn Cotton out in left, Preston Pavlicka out in right, and our shortstop, Austin Bull, all from the same school, Grand Canyon University.
Which had a great season, and unfortunately for them is experiencing a transition into Division I as that one goes, actually gets a piece of Evans, and he'll take his base, and they're full here. Top of the first with only one away, and already a tough spot here for Blattner right off the bat here in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, we'll probably see a visit from pitching coach Matt Greeley, and there he is making his long walk out to the pitching mound in no hurry whatsoever. He's on Alaska time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and Greeley coaches at Copan State University. Pitching coach. And boy, does he like to take his time out there getting to the mound. But anything to calm down his pitcher here, who's struggling to settle in here in the first inning, but it's not dire yet.
Right. He got that first batter to ground out. That was huge. But since then, back-to-back walks and now a hit by the pitch on the first pitch. And we got an interesting top of the first inning here.
Jitters are a thing, especially on the opening night here, far away from home, summer ball, all that. It can get to a player, and just got to hope you can settle down and just work on the next batter. And that's what Blattner's going to do right here. Cuba Bess. Takes ball 1. That one's outside for ball number 2. Best calls time there. That one gets away from Sharpley there. 3-0 count.
He's been painting that outside corner, hoping bring one inside a little bit and get called strike. But right now he's missing just by a few inches, and the ump's not taking it. So I guess you could say that he's found his strike zone and he's not hitting it right now.
That one is in for a strike. Getting closer and closer there, but 3-1 count. Bases loaded, one away here in the top of the first. That one's hit to left. Nice catch out there. Relay in. And that's going to score. And it's 1-0 here, Glaciers in the top of the first. Runners stay at first and second. 2 outs. Chandler Anderson now to bat for the Glaciers.
Blattner left that pitch over the middle a little bit, and Best took it for a ride out to left field, but Quinn Cotton made the catch, and the relay throw wasn't in time and not even close, cutoff man. But it's a good thing to get that second out after 3 consecutive base runners reach. So we'll see how he finishes this inning.
That one's inside, and Sharpley's going to go have a talk with Blattner. See if they can figure something out here. And that's a strike.
Yeah, the talk worked a little bit. Just ran out there to say, hey, man, I got you. Just hit your spots like you've been doing. We got to watch a little bit of his pen yesterday. And, I mean, he throws hard and he usually hits his mark. So definitely might be just a jitter thing, but he's settling down right away. And so
that's a chopper down the line. It's going to stay fair in the force at third.
No, he's calling that foul. Okay.
Foul ball. Good effort there. Enough to convince me. That will be strike number 2. 1-2 count here for Anderson. Blattner's going to take strikes anywhere he can get them. That was almost the way out of the inning, but we play on here in the top of the first. That one goes wide, and the runners will advance. Second and third, 2 outs now.
Not sure if that was an attempt at an off-speed pitch or what, but that ball just got away from him. Looked like he let go of it a little early, and Sharpie couldn't make the catch. A little wide, I'd say.
I would say so, yeah. Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside is right.
The 2-2 pitch. And that is called strike 3. And Blattner gets out of the inning. 1 run and 2 stranded for the Glacier Pilots. And next up, the Matsu Miners in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back here on the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. And we're back here, Herman Brothers Field in Palmer, Alaska. Miners find themselves down 1-0 early here. First game of the season against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots.
Yeah, nice to only be down 1-0 after that. You know, bases were juiced with 1 out, so I'll take a 1-0 deficit after that inning. But Blattner got himself out of it. So
Justin Ammons takes ball 1 for the Miners. Ammons plays his college ball at the University of Tennessee. Freshman. Just finishes freshman season.
yeah, Ammon's playing center field for us. He started in 47 games this season for Tennessee, batted .250, but he did share a team lead in doubles with 11. So getting on base right now would be awesome.
And that one's a liner right up the middle, and that's a first hit for the Miners this season. Ammons reaches safely, and great start here for the Miners.
Now step up to play for your Matsu Myers out of Grand Canyon, number 15, Austin Bull.
Austin Bull now to bat for the Miners. No outs, 1 runner on. Bull takes a strike. 0-1. Bull, one of the Grand Canyon players we were talking about earlier in our broadcast. Just finished his sophomore season. He takes ball 1.
Interested to see how Ben Taylor, our third base coach and head skipper here, does with Ammons on first base. You know, Ammons plays center field. He's a fast guy. Didn't see many steals with him at Tennessee, but interested to see how Ben deals with his speed.
And Gomer keeping an eye on him at first there. Keeping him honest as he gets ready for the 1-1 pitch. And he's going to check on him again.
Well, Gomer thinks he's going to steal at least, so.
Yeah, not trusting his speed over there. Finally fires that 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2 for Bull. Austin Bull, the only switch hitter so in lineup for the Miners this season. Choosing to bat lefty. And he fouls that one back over on the third base side.
Yeah, it's a better matchup for him to bat lefty here with the right-hander. His stuff isn't as good against the lefty, but foul ball keeps him hanging around. And when I asked him which he likes better, he said he's good at both and he's comfortable with both. So he says whichever pitching matchup he can get, he's confident in both sides of the plate.
That one's outside. 2-2 count. And Ammons is off. And that's a little chopper to third there. Ammons is going to be safe, and it's Bull's safe as well. First baseman came off the bat, a little bit of an errant throw there from third, and everyone's safe.
Now stepping to play for the Matsu Miners out of Grand Canyon, number 9, Quinn Cotton.
Quinn Cotton now. Left fielder for the Miners up to bat. 2 on, no out here in the bottom of the first. Miners trail 1-0. Takes that one high, ball 1. That one in the dirt there a little bit, ball 2. Quinn, hair under 6 foot, 200 pounds. Another Grand Canyon kid. He's hit some bombs in batting practice this week. As they take that one for a strike. 2-1 count. And that one's hit to the first base side. Not off the bag that time. Runners advanced. But there's one away here in the bottom of the first. Runners at second and third.
Stepping to the plate for your Matsu Miners at Grand Canyon, number 10, Preston Pavlicka.
Preston Pavlicka now to bat with runners in scoring position, one away here in the bottom of the first, and the Miners looking to get on the board to tie or possibly take the lead here early.
And not a bad at bat there for Quinn Cotton. You know, he saw a good strike and hit it to the right side, allowing both runners to advance safely and put two guys within scoring position with only one out and a big hitter, the 4-hole hitter here.
As Pavlicka takes ball one. That one's hit deep, right center, and that one's going to bounce off the wall there. 2 runs are going to score. Pavlicka holding up at second. And that's a Matsu Miners lead here early. 2-1 here with only one away. And that's what you like to see if you're Bladner, some run support.
Absolutely. Big swing there on the 1-0 count. Drove it to right center field. Right fielder didn't have a chance. The runners kind of waited around just in case. But 2 RBIs already, first at bat. That's huge.
And the great rip brings up Austin Dennis. Looking to pile it on here. One away, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Another one. Right center. This one's going to drop right in front of the right fielder. Pavlicka's coming around. He's going to try and score. Over the plate, and he's safe. Safe, and that's a 3-1 lead now for the Miners. Pavlicka scoring all the way from second, putting on the Jets, and despite a great throw from the Glacier pilots there, right on track, but it's not enough, and Miners add to their lead with an RBI single from Dennis.
Yeah, real good throw there from the right fielder, but Pavlicka's got some speed. He plays right field. At Grand Canyon, he plays center field, so he's probably one of the faster guys in the outfield you'll see at right field at least, but with Ammons and Quinn Cotton out in the outfield, it's a pretty speedy group, so he fits well at right field for sure.
Nick Brooks to bat now for the Miners. Brooks is 6'2", 230 pounds, out of Gonzaga. One away, the bottom of the first. He takes strike one. It's good to see contact from these players here early, especially considering they, as Brooks takes ball one, that they play with metal bats during the regular season, of course, and here's the Alaskan Baseball League's wooden bat, and that's something that they were working on during the week. Is getting used to the timing here, and they don't seem to have skipped a beat at all, transitioning into summer ball here.
Absolutely. One of the things Ben Taylor tells them is get out in front of the ball. Even if you're going to hit it oppo, you got to get out early because wood bats don't have as much pop as the aluminum bats they use in college. But these kids are taking some hacks, and the bat's finding the ball, and they're getting ahead in the count early, so it's nice to see.
2-1 count, one away. Miners up 3-1 to start the season here. Gomer keeps an eye on first there. Austin Dennis at first, Middle Tennessee. And Dennis takes off. Swing and a miss. The throw to second is off. And he has a stolen base.
Yeah, hit and run there. Brooks missed the ball, but the throw was a little off, and Dennis has got some speed, so he's in there safely.
And just like that, the Miners have another runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. not taking their foot off the gas. And that is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Nick Brooks, out number 2.
Coming to the plate for your Matsu Miners, your first baseman, number 34, Blake Benefield.
Now Blake Benefield up to bat for the Miners. Also out of Middle Tennessee. Just finished up his sophomore season. Big swing and a miss there. Strike number 1.
Yeah, one of the multiple pairs of teammates we got out here. It's really good. It's kind of just like hanging out with your friends over summer. You play college ball with them, and then some kids go to the same summer league together, and it's even more fun. I mean, it's just great experiences out here. And how many times you get to say you played baseball in Alaska? So it's a cool experience for them, and I'm sure they enjoy having a couple of their buddies with them as well.
Benefield falls behind the count there, 0-2 with that shot back foul. Gomer with the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back on the first base side. That one went out by the cars there, and if your car ever needs a new taillight or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com. As Benefield fouls another one back. Battling here, 0-2 count. Trying to stay alive and bring another one in. Some more insurance here for the Miners. Oh, 2 again. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3, out number 3 here at the end of the first. But the Miners strike back with 3 runs of their own on 3 hits, 1 error for the Glacier Pilots. When we come back, we'll have the second inning for you right here on the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. And we're back here, top of the first. Miners lead 3-1. And that's strike 1. Chris McCready, left fielder for the Glacier Pilots. Ball one.
See how Blattner comes back in the second inning now with some run support. Miners took an early 3-1 lead here.
Yeah, Blattner, first game of the season, first inning. That one swung on. I think it hit off of his foot there or something.
Yeah, that one stings. Not enough Evo shield to pattern that one up. Looked like it took him off the low thigh around the knee area, but he'll probably walk it off a little bit. Take his time.
Home plate umpire going to have a talk with Blattner there, and tonight it's important to note that there was a moment of silence for former umpire Tim Davis, longtime Alaskan Baseball League umpire. Unfortunately, he passed away over the off season, and there was a moment of silence to remember everything he did here for the community and for the baseball league, and something that he loves so dearly. The pitch here swung on, missed. That is strike three. Out number one here in inning number two. And Blattner, big strikeout there.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts. He struck out the last guy to end the first inning, and now he got the first guy swinging. So good news for Miners fans. He's settled in a little bit now.
That one's in there for a strike, and Blattner finding that strike zone finally, which is good news for the Miners. That one hit foul down the first base line.
And of his last 10 pitches, only 3 have been balls. So he's really finding the strike zone, and he knows what the umpire is calling after testing that outside corner for the beginning of the first inning.
That one's high. Ball number one. 1-2 count. And one away here. Top of two. 3-1 Miners lead. That one high and outside. 2-2 count here. Another one outside, and the count now is full here. One away.
And that last pitch looked like it got away from him a little bit, but the last 2 balls, he's up in the count 0-2. Swingers, the batter is really struggling to try and foul a couple off. So
that one's popped foul. Sharpley's under it, and he makes a nice catch there along the first base line in foul territory. Falling down, that's out number 2 for the Miners.
As I was saying, being a pitcher up 0-2 in the count, you can throw a couple balls outside, high, even a couple off speed in the dirt. See if the batter will chase it a little bit and get a strikeout. But that one, he threw 3 straight balls and then worked his way back to get a foul out. So 2 outs here.
Andre Gregory bat now for the Glacier Pilots as Blattner fires that one in for a ball. Outside, 1-0. That one fouled right back, 1-1. Gregory, a senior at the University of New Mexico. Another ball there. 2-1 count, 2 away. Checks his swing. Down the first base line, he did not. 3-1 count now.
Nice pitch there. Maybe a little high and outside, but looks like it painted the strike zone from up here at least.
And that one's called strike. 3-2 count. 2 away here. Blattner trying to get a nice 1-2-3 inning. but that'll be ball 4. Third walk of the night already for Blattner.
Now batting for the Anchorage
And Will
Glacier
Brennan
Pilots,
now to bat
19,
for
Will Brennan.
the Glacier Pilots. Back to the top of the order here. And top of the second. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. Healthy lead over there at first for Gregory. That one is a chopper. So the shortstop over to first. That one's out of the dirt for the Miners there, and that's the end of top of the second there for the Miners. No hits, 1 walk, 1 left. We've played 1.5 here, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the second here, the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. And we're back here, bottom of the second. Zach Sharpley to bat for the Matsu Miners, who lead this one 3-1. First pitch in there for a ball. Sharpley, the catcher here tonight. That one hit a little bit foul right there, right in front of the catcher for strike number 1 here. Gomer for the Glacier Pilots got roughed up there a bit in the first. 3 hits and 3 runs as he fires that one in for a strike. 1-2 count for Sharpley. That one low and outside. Ball number 2. Sharpley, sophomore out of University of Southern California. Watches that one go by for ball number 3. Full count here. None away. 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Sharpley after working that count full. He'll take a seat.
For your Matsu Miners, your third baseman, number 8, Oscar Marchena.
Oscar Marchena now to bat for the Miners. Third baseman. Marchena all the way from University of Massachusetts Lowell. Swings on that one, strike number 1.
After giving up those 3 runs in the first inning, Gomer's come back now with 3 consecutive strikeouts. fanning it by guys. I mean, they're swinging, but no bat on ball after those 3 runs.
Low and outside there, ball number 1. But you're right, we're seeing these pitchers. It's almost night and day so far from first inning to second inning. A lot more precision, finding their spots, and a lot more effective pitching. As that one is fouled back for strike number 2 here on Marchena.
Yeah, it's hard to tell so early in the game, but I mean, this pitcher gave up a couple big hits, and then he had the error on the third baseman. But he's been finding his spot. You know, he's throwing some nice pitches. Nothing too crazy, but he's making some outs.
That one was high for a ball. 2-2. Swung on, missed. That one's dropped, but over to first for the out there. Out number 2. Fourth consecutive strikeout there for Gomer.
Justin Ammons.
But Justin Ammons, who had a single in the first to start the runs there in the beginning of the game, will get another shot here. Start his season perfect. Continue that going. That one's in there for a strike. Ammons thought about it, but held back and lives to see another pitch here. That one swung on. Strike number 2. Oh, 2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Nobody on. That one's hit into left center. A nice play out there by the Glacier Pilots to end the inning. 1, 2, 3. Miners, no hits, none on. And we head to the top of the third for the Glacier Pilots. And we're going to be right back here for your Matsu Miners radio broadcast. And we're back here, Herman Brothers Field in Palmer, Alaska. Your Matsu Miners radio broadcast, of course, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, official sponsor of the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. As that one fires in there for a strike here to start off the third inning from Blattner. Pardon. Going to Samuel Blair, Glacier Pilots. Blair reached on a walk in the first inning. One pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Ooh, long look at that one from the ump, and it's going to be a ball. 2-2 count now here for Blattner. Really settling down since that first inning. And that one inside and gets away from Sharpley, and that's going to be full count now for Blair. Couldn't ask for a better evening for opening night here. Night, I use that term loosely, as Blattner swung on. Chopper down to third. Tough play. He's going to be out at first. Great play there from a charging Oscar Marchena over there at third. And there's one away here, the top of third.
Yeah, it's a nice play by the third baseman. Another slow roller to him, but he charged it, gloved it, and made a nice throw on the run there. So pretty good to see that early. Good defense, and Blattner's got to love that defense behind him after giving up one run in the beginning, but now settling down. So, but as you were mentioning, gorgeous day. Before I came up here, they said we have a lot of night games, but I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock, and the sun is as bright as ever.
Cameron Thompson, 0-1, fouled that one back. That one a little bit away from Blattner there. 1-1 count now. Called strike. 1-2 count. Blattner's got a little bit of that sidearm going there. Does that make it difficult for him pitching against left-handed hitters like that?
I mean, I like it. It definitely brings the ball across the plate and farther away from him. So you'll see a lefty chase a ball a lot, especially with that curveball. If he keeps it low, he'll probably strike out a lot of lefties just by chasing that curveball. That's what's nice about being a switch hitter, because as a switch hitter, you put that righty on lefty matchup. And
Thompson sneaks one past Marchena for a hit there over the left.
And that stuff isn't as good. But yeah, definitely nice to see. He's got a lot of different slots that he can throw the ball out of. Kind of reminds me of sorry for the football reference, but Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's thrown a bunch of sidearm touchdowns, over the top touchdowns, and he's a fun guy to watch because he's got a bunch of different release points.
1 on, 1 out here, top of the third. Ian Evans to bat for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. That's a ball there from Blattner. Not a huge lead from Thompson over at first. That one inside for a strike. 1-1 count. That was the first hit given up by Blattner on the evening. Pilots' only run scored on a sacrifice fly in the first inning. That's the ball, and Sharpley keeping an eye on Thompson over there at first. 2-1 count. Another ball, a little high and outside there. 3-1 now. Evans patient there at the plate. That one off Blattner's glove to second. That's going to be the out at first. Thompson advances to second on the hit.
Now stepping to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 34, Cuba Best.
Cuba Best now to bat for the Glacier Pilots. 2 away, man at second. Miners lead 3-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, nice play from Austin Dennis there at second base. The ball went off Blattner's glove a little bit, but kept his feet down and stayed with the ball and made the easy throw to first after he realized that the runner at second was already in. So nice play there to put up 2 outs.
Would have been tough to turn 2 there, so I think that Miners made the right decision going to first, but
absolutely, he kind of saw where the runner was. He already had run past him, and he went with the easy throw to first to make the sure out, and I'm sure the coach loves that as well. So
1-0 now for Bess. He chops one back and foul down the first baseline. Another chopper, foul. One on, 2 away. 1-2 count. And the pitch. Hit high. Center field. That's going to be caught, and that's the side there for the Miners. 1 stranded for the Glacier Pilots. We'll be right back for more on the Miners Radio Network. Welcome back to the Matsu Miners versus the Anchorage Glacier Pilots here. Home game for the Miners, first game of the season. That one's in there for a ball. Bottom of the 3rd. Austin Bull to bat. Bull reached on an error in the first.
yeah, the switch hitter going lefty here again. He batted .339 at Grand Canyon last season. Started 53 of their games and had about 74 hits.
And he hits that one high to center field, but Glacier Pilots are going to be there for out number 1.
Now somebody to play for your Matt.
Fun fact,
Number 9,
GCU's
Quinn Cotton.
mascot is the antelopes. Just something interesting that thought you guys would love. I thought it would be the Rocks because it is Grand Canyon University, and what a better mascot to represent that than the Rocks. But
The
it
Rocks,
is
the Fighting Cliffs.
it is in fact the antelopes.
That one's in there for a strike. Quinn Cotton. Another antelope, of course. Grand Canyon University. Strike number 2 called there. Cotton finds himself behind here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. It's that one high and into the stands over behind us. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's a quick 2 outs there for the Glacier Pilots. Gomer hitting his stride here now.
Yeah, Gomer
Number 10,
doing something a little different. It's an 0-2 count, but back-to-back fastballs and kind of just blew him right by him. The first one, Quinn fouled off, but this one got just away from him on the outside and caught him swinging.
Preston Pavlico to bat now. Got the scoring started in the first with a 2-run double off the wall. Hits that one foul down the right field line. And then scored on an Austin Dennis single all the way from second. Play at the plate, and he was safe. So a lot of offense coming from Pavlico today. Watches that one go by for a ball. 1-1 count. 2 away here. Bottom of the 3rd. Swings that one foul. Back over our heads. 1-2. That one hit right to the shortstop. And that one gets past the first baseman there. Bit of a tough play. Had to dig one out of the dirt. Couldn't quite do it. And Pavlico safe at first with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Now stepping to the plate for the Matthew Miners. Number 4, Austin Dennis.
Austin Dennis to bat now. Dennis, RBI single in the first. It's Gomer checks Pavlica there over at first. He showed he has wheels. And for those keeping score at home, Pavlica did reach on an error. That's going to be E6. But yeah, Pavlica definitely has wheels, able to score from second. And he's taking off for second here. It's going to be close. Good throw there. And he's easily thrown out at second to end the inning. So Pavlica reached on an error, but that was all the Miners had doing there to end the 3rd. We've played 3. Miners up at 3-1. We're going to be right back here on the Miners radio broadcast. We're back here in Palmer, Matsu Miners baseball, top 4. Justin Blattner still on the mound for the Miners here. Ball number 1, 1-0 count. That's another one high. Ball number 2. Chandler Anderson struck out in his first at bat in the first inning. But 3 straight balls here. Ahead in the count. That went in there for a strike, 3-1. Blattner's kind of coming waves today. You know, balls here, a couple strikes there. As that one is another walk.
Now stepping to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots.
His 4th of the evening,
McCready.
compared to only 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, definitely came in waves. You had back-to-back balls and then a hit by a pitch, which allowed the only run to score on the evening, the sac fly to left, and then the 2 strikeouts were back-to-back as well. So kind of a matter of what groove he'll get into, if he's hitting spots or not, because he's definitely in a rhythm right now of missing the strike zone, but hopefully he'll get back with McCready up to bat right now.
Chris McCready lays down a bunt. And it's going to be a sacrifice there. Easy out of first. Great play there for McCready. Chandler Anderson moves up to second. 1 away here, top of the 4th. Austin Chauvin to bat now for the Glacier Pilots. Playing third base, fouled out in his first time at bat. That one's hit deep to left. And that is going to be a home run here for the Glacier Pilots. A 2-run homer for Austin Chauvin. And it's a tie game just like that. 3-3 here in the top of the 4th with 1 away.
Really got a hold of that one and sent that one for a ride to deep left field, just barely getting over that 340 mark. But good swing, and they're having some sort of discussion out there right now.
Well, right now, Chauvin is parked at second base.
And it looks like it'll be a ground rule double of some sort. Not sure if that hit off the wall and bounced over or something, but Chauvin's at second nonetheless.
So it will be a ground rule double. 1 run scores. It is 3-2 Miners here with 1 away in the top of the 4th. As Blattner fires that one in for a ball to Andre Gregory. That one hit shallow center, and that one's going to drop as well. Play is going to be at third, and that gets past Marchena. It's going to be tight, but a run is going to score as Gregory advances to second on the throwing error. And it's tied for real this time. It is tied 3-3, 1 away here. Top of the 4th, 1 away. And a runner on second. Will Brennan, the designated hitter, to bat now for the Glacier Pilots, and there's going to be a meeting at the mound here. Blattner. Well, for a while there, Blattner was looking great, but it's reminiscent of this first inning here, unless, unfortunately, there's a little bit more damage to be done, and it's now a tie game. Pilots, 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors so far. Miners doing ever so slightly better. 3 runs, 3 hits, and only 1 error in the field so far, which we just saw there, throwing error from center to third. Talking things over with both coaches. First the Miners and now Glacier Pilots.
Yeah, on that fly ball, Ammons really made it look like he was going to catch it to hold the runner up right at second base. The ball ended up dropping. The runner took off for third. Ammons thought he had him. It was a close play, but the throw came up a little short, and Marchina couldn't bat it down, and so a run scored, and the batter reached second on the error on the throw. So we're looking at guy on second, 1 out with Will Brennan up.
Yeah, Will Brennan 0 for 2 on the day. But who knows now with runners in scoring position. As this one bounces off sharply, and it's going to advance the runner to third there. And just like that, tie-breaking run for the Glacier Pilots is only 90 feet away. One out here, 1-0 count. Outside, 2-0. And some good base running by the Glacier Pilots have brought them back into this game as Blattner fires another ball, 3-0. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Blattner.
Yeah, probably see a visit to the mound here soon.
Now stepping to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 4, Samuel Blair.
Giving up a couple hits and then that walk, but looks like Greeley's sticking with him.
Samuel Blair to bat now, center fielder for the Pilots. Reached on a walk and in the first inning. 0 for 1 otherwise. That one's in there for a strike. Oh and 1. 1 away, runners at the corners. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Pilots trying to add to their big inning here, as that one is in for a ball. 1-1. We see some action there in the Matsu Minor bullpen.
Yeah, it's junior lefty Calvin LeBrun. LeBrun was here a couple summers ago on that absolutely stacked 2015 squad. Ended up losing in the championship game, but nonetheless, they were some dogs.
And that's a chopper to third, and the throw is not going to quite get there at time. Everybody's safe. Runner advances to second, and we've got bases loaded with 1 out here. Top of the 4th. Another tough situation for Blattner here.
And there it is. Greeley's coming out to the mound to talk to his starting pitcher. We'll see if he's making a change or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, pull those red.
Blattner's definitely had his moments today, but this is not one of them so far. He's gotten out of a jam in that first inning. A little bit of jitters there perhaps, but now he's settled in there in the second and third, absolutely, hitting his spots, things like that, and it's just kind of gotten away with him, starting with that what would have been a home run, but turned out to be a ground rule double, kind of a stroke of luck there for the Miners, and it's kind of gone downhill then from there.
And that's the kind of thing that makes me wonder. I mean, with only 6 1/3 innings pitched in the season this year, how long does he go at Gonzaga? You know, he's never really been a starter, so it's kind of tough to see. I mean, he's at what, 4 1/3 right now. So, I mean, if you look at it in terms of a relief pitcher, that's a long game for a relief pitcher. But nonetheless, I mean, not a bad start. 3 runs, 4 hits. I mean, his defense made 1 error, but other than that, I mean, nothing to hang your hat on, especially not in the first game of the season. But here is Calvin LeBrun, the kid from Gonzaga. Appeared in 22 games, only started 1, posted a 3.56 ERA with 48 innings and 39 strikeouts.
Yeah, so our first pitching change we're seeing here tonight brings in LeBron, who, as you mentioned, veteran of that 2015 team. Interestingly enough, that 2015 team did not win the top of the World Series.
Yeah, we got to talk to him a little bit, and he said it was a big letdown. They would just blow out teams throughout the season, and then when they finally got to the top of the World Series, they just didn't have the pitching, and even the pitchers were good, but they couldn't hit the ball as well. But he said it was fun to be a part of that team, and he's excited for another year after that heartbreak. He's hoping to get back and maybe win a ring this season.
Yeah, it's trying to build off of last season's success here for the Miners, who, of course, were the Alaskan Baseball League champions. As LeBron now ready to pitch.
First ball just inside for a ball. Real tough situation to come in with only 1 out and bases juiced, especially here in the top of the 4th.
That one, chopper to second. They're going to try for 2 there. Out at second, safe at first. But a run is going to score, and it is 4-3 Glacier Pilots here. But 2 away. Not quite quick enough to turn 2 there. But now runners at the corners. And it's going to be Ian Evans to bat now for the Glacier Pilots.
He is 0 for 1 on the day, but he did get hit by a pitch in the first inning. So he has reached base successfully already once tonight.
That went in there for a ball. That one hit right over shortstop into left center. 1 run's going to score. 5-3 Glacier Pilots here in the top of the 4th. 2 away, runners stay at the corners.
Now batting for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 34, Cuba Best.
Cuba Best now to bat for the Glacier Pilots here. We're looking to add on to their lead. And that's a tough spot for LeBron to come in on, especially bases loaded, 1 out. Swung on and missed. Strike number 1. Best had the lone RBI before this inning started. So that one is a ball. 1-1. This inning in which the Glacier Pilots have had a little offensive explosion here with 4 runs. Take a 2-run lead. That one called for a strike, 1-2. And this is important to note because it is only the top of the fourth, but tonight it is a 7-inning game, which means the Miners aren't out of time, but they have less time than they normally would to mount their comeback here. That one hit foul.
Yeah, the shorter game. I mean, it is an exhibition game, so it's just kind of to feel it out and see how your team plays. And for the coaches, it's kind of nice to see what kind of guys you got, just because they're from all sorts of colleges. But LeBron's in here now and giving up a run, but it wasn't his. He wasn't responsible for it. He is responsible for the man on third. So,
and that one dropped third strike there. LeBron gets out of it with limited damage there, but the Pilots score 4 to take a 5-3 lead after the top of the fourth. We'll see what the Miners can do when they come back right here on the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. Austin Dennis now to bat for the Matsu Miners as we return here. Bottom of the fourth. Of course, Dennis was up to bat when Pavlico was thrown out trying to steal second there in the bottom of the third. So he will continue his at bat here as the Miners try to strike back like they did in the first after Pilots scored 4 in the top half. Dennis hits one right to first. It's going to be an easy play and out number 1 after just one pitch here. Get much easier than that for the Glacier Pilots. Nick Brooks to bat now for the Miners.
For the Matsu Miners, number 32, Nick Brooks.
Brooks struck out swinging his first time up. Gomer taking his time up there. Brandon Gomer, that is, for the Glacier Pilots, their pitcher. After a rough first, has settled in here as he throws that one in for a strike. 0-1. All 3 hits he's given up came in the first, as well as those 3 runs. Ball 1.
yeah, it was a huge explosion on offense in the first inning. But since then, there's only been 1 runner on the base, and he reached on an error.
5 strikeouts to only no walks. As that one is in for a ball. 2-1. 1 away here. Miners trail 5-3 in the bottom of the fourth. That one is outside, 3-1. And Brooks, he looks like he could hit one out at any given time, but not necessarily what the Miners need right now. Their patience is going to pay off if they can get base runners here.
Absolutely. Like I said, they haven't had but one base runner since the first inning. So it'd be nice to see this guy hitting in the 6th hole on base.
Brooks fouled that one off down the first base line. Full count here with one away in the bottom of the 4th. And the designated hitter, Nick Brooks, takes his base on balls here. One on, one away.
Number 34, Blake Benefield.
Blake Benefield to bat now. The big righty from Middle Tennessee. Struck out as well on his first at bat in the first inning.
And just like you were saying, that was Gomer's first walk given up on the night.
That one's outside, ball one. Brooks with not much of a lead there at first. Benefield to the shortstop. And that's a double play to end the inning. Gomer making quick work of the Miners there. Not able to respond as we head to the top of the 5th here. Miners trail 5-3. We're going to be right back here at the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. Welcome back here. Herman Brothers Field, Palmer, Alaska, Matsu Miners baseball. Top of the 5th here as Calvin LeBrun throws that one in for a strike. LeBrun, of course, in for relief of Justin Blattner. And trying to keep the Anchorage Glacier Pilots here at 5 runs after a big inning last inning, and that's strike number 2. Pitch low, one outside, 1-2. Chandler Anderson to bat for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. And that's going to be ball number 2. No outs here. Top 5. Close one, but another ball there, and the count now is full. 3 straight balls there from LeBrun. pitch. That one's looping foul down the right field line. And Anderson stays alive here. 3-2 count. None away here, top of the fifth. Fouled again. We'll dribble her down third baseline this time, and we'll do another one. Pitch. And that's going to be strike three looking.
Yeah, I don't think Chandler Anderson liked that one too much. He said it was a little inside, but it looked good from here. So nice to see that after 7 pitches. On the 8th pitch, finally getting them. So nice.
Yeah, it's not what Chandler Anderson thinks. It's what the home plate ump thinks, and he thought it was a strike, and so it's a strike. One away here, top of the fifth. Chris McCready to bat now. Big swing and a miss for strike number 1 here. That one's in there. Strike number 2. LeBron with the pitch here. That's a chopper foul on the first base line. And I think it's telling to see that LeBron just came in for relief, especially when we were talking about, new group of guys, but for the coaches, LeBron is a little bit more familiar as he's been up here before, so it's a little more expected possibly to see him here in relief.
Absolutely, and he's one of the older guys. Only a couple juniors on the team, and he is one, so it's nice to have an older guy to look up to. Same as Sharpley behind the dish. Some of these new guys, those are the only 2 that we've had before, so it's nice to be able to rely on them, and the coaches know them pretty well. Both coaches, Greeley and Ben Taylor, were here when both these players were there. The only new one's the assistant coach, Dan Padilla, in his first year here.
Well, LeBron's experience paid off there with another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts there, and that one popped up shallow right for the second baseman. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Calvin LeBron. The end of the top of the fifth. Miners will look to make up some ground here. They trail 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the fifth here on the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. Welcome back to Herman Brothers Field. Matsu Miners looking to score some runs here, down 5-3 at the bottom of the fifth. Zach Sharpley up to bat, takes ball one there. Brandon Gomer pitching a great game for the Glacier Pilots there. Only giving up 3 hits, all of which came in the first inning, and has thrown 5 strikeouts to only 1 walk. This is coming off of a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. Sharpley looking to put that to an end as he takes a strike, 2-1 here. Pitch. Sharpley hits a little blooper there into center, and that's going to drop for a single. And the Miners showing some life at the plate. Big hit there. It only takes 1 to get the momentum swinging.
Yeah, nice at bat there. Got ahead in the count 2-0, and with that, you get to kind of pick what pitch you want to swing at, and he waited for his pitch and drove it out to center field. So nice first at bat for the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, correction.
Third baseman Oscar Marchena swings and misses on the first pitch there. Strike number 1. Struck out in his first at bat. Takes that one for a ball. 1-1.
Marchena, the third baseman, already had a couple good plays there at third. Both slow rollers, gloved both of them, and made the out. So looks good over there down the line.
Takes another one there. Strike number 2. 1-2 now. None away here in the bottom of the 5th. Miners trail by 2. That one hit foul. Down over there by the cars. And if your car either gets hit by a foul ball, heaven forbid, or you need new taillight, just any sort of nut, bolt, anything you could ever need, be sure to visit your Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. You're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. It's Marchena here. 2-2 count. No outs. And the pitch. Swung, and that one's going to get through first and second for another single. Back-to-back singles here for the Miners. 2-1 and no outs. Bringing up Justin Ammons.
To the plate, number 2, Justin Ammons.
Nice to get through the 8 and 9 hitters, both with singles. Now brings up the 1 batter. So maybe we got something cooking here in bottom of 5, down 2.
Yeah, that top of the order is kind of where it all got started there in the first inning with the 3 runs, and Glacier Pilots are going to have a meeting out there. See what's going on. Gomer starting to show a little signs of fatigue there. Pitched a great game so far, but there we don't see anybody up in the Anchorage Glacier Pilots bullpen. So just some strategy they're going to be talking over there.
Once again, stepping to the plate for your Matsu Miners, number 2, Justin Ammons.
Justin Ammons, 1 for 2 on the day so far. Reached on a single and scored in the first inning, and flied out to left in the second. Hoping to tack on an RBI or two here. Pitch from Gomer. That one is inside for ball one.
Yeah, Ammon's the freshman out of Tennessee. Actually got named SEC Freshman of the Week 1 week in February. A huge honor for such a powerful conference. They already got a couple in the Super Regional and one playing right now. So pretty cool for him. He was also named to the 2017 Tony Gwynn Classic all-tournament team where he went 6 for 12 with 4 doubles.
And he's got a good eye, too, as he takes that one. 2-0 now. 2 on, no outs here. Swings and hits one right over the second baseman's head. That's going to be a single. 1 run is going to score. And he's going to stretch it into 2. Thrown out at second there. Trying to stretch it into a double. 1 away, but 1 run scores. Runner advances to third. And it is 5-4 Glacier Pilots here. Bottom of the 5th.
Now stepping to the plate for your Matthew Miners, number 15, Austin Bull.
A bit aggressive there, trying to stretch it into 2. But the run still scores, and there's only 1 away with the tying run 90 feet away. And Austin Bull to bat for the Miners. Pitch. That one's low. Ball 1. That one hit high into center. It's going to be out. And the Miners are going to score a run. Marchena tags up. And it's tie game here with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th.
Now stepping to the plate for your Matthew Miners, number 9, Quinn Cotton.
Quinn Cotton to bat. Two outs here. Base is empty. 2 runs already in for the Miners. That one outside for a ball. A couple of base hits there was all the Miners needed. As Quinn chops that one foul to third. 1-1 count here for Quinn. Low one outside. Ball number 2. 2-1, 2 away. Chopper to third. Mishandled. And Quinn's going to beat it out. Quinn Cotton with an infield single. Possibly, we'll see the official ruling here in a second. Mishandled ball there at third base.
Matthew Miners, number 10, Preston Pavlicka.
Preston Pavlicka up to bat now.
Ruled an error on the third baseman. Hard hit ball right to him, kind of bobbles it, gave Cotton time to get to first base. Speedy guy out there, one of the outfielders.
One on, 2 outs. That's a strike. Strike one. Miners have taken advantage of some errors there by the Glacier Pilots, of which they have 3. As that one comes in for a ball, 1-1. Miners have not stranded a lot of base runners thus far. If they get them, they usually try. Well, obviously they try, but they usually get them across the plate. In most cases so far tonight. That one right down the middle there for a strike. 1-2. As Quinn is going, Quinn Cotton goes, and it's the hit and run, and it works to perfection. Single there between first and second. Cotton to third. Pavlica with his second hit of the night.
Right,
and there's runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Austin Dennis.
Bringing up Austin Dennis, who already has an RBI on the evening. RBI single.
Yeah, nice at bat by Pavlica there. Behind in the count 1-2, found a ball that he could drive to right field on the hit and run, move Cotton to third. See what Dennis can do here with runners at the corners.
And these haven't been monster hits by the Miners. Just a single here, getting it through the gap there, and only one questionable base running thing, trying to stretch a single to a double. But other than that, it's been pretty smart base running all around, tagging up on sac flies and
absolutely
making the most of being on base.
Nobody's trying to do too much here. They're playing team baseball, and we're all tied up here, 5 apiece in the 5th.
Dennis swings that one foul. 0-2. And that's another hit right there between first and second. 1 run will score. Pavlica to third. And just like that, the Matsu Miners take the lead 6-5 on an Austin Dennis single.
Yeah, it looked like the second baseman went over to make the tag almost because the hit and run was on. Pavlica was stealing, but obviously with a hit and run, he just found somewhere to drive it. If that second baseman doesn't move up for the throw, might be the end of the inning for the Pilots. Nice swing.
That brings up Nick Brooks here. Same deal, 2 away, runners on the corners. Only this time the Miners lead 6-5 here, the bottom of the 5th, as that one goes inside for ball 1. Anchorage sticking with Gomer here. We don't see any action going on in the bullpen, as that one goes in for a ball. But a couple runs here with 2 outs. The 2-0 pitch. That one low and outside, almost got away. 3 straight balls there, 3-0 count now. And Bess is going to go and have a talk with Gomer up there. See if he can get him back in that rhythm he had before. Seemed to have lost his touch here a little bit. But the damage could be worse.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
The Glacier Pilots.
3 hits coming into the 5th, and now he's up to 8. 5 singles so far in this inning. Runners at the corner, 2 outs. We'll see what Brooks can do with the 3-0 count. I assume he's probably not swinging here, but maybe coach gave him the green light.
That one's taken for a strike there, 3-1. And we've seen the hit and run here a couple times tonight from the Miners. Do you see that coming here with Dennis at first?
2 outs. Full count. Probably not here. But, I mean, BT loves running it. That's head coach Ben Taylor. So I guess we'll wait and see. I was not surprised at all with the 3-0 count, telling him to hold up. But that's so hard as a hitter because, the ball is coming fastball right down the pipe, just throwing a meatball, and it's so hard to lay off because, you can run one. But, yep, there
3-2 pitch. Dennis was running. It's popped foul, and it's going to go out of play. And Brooks will get another try at it. Full count, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
So I didn't do a great job answering your question, but watching it there, did that answer your question?
It did, yes. Dennis was definitely on the move there with Brooks having the green light to swing.
Yeah, full count, 2 outs. Infield's obviously giving him the base.
And that's Dennis going again, but another foul ball there. Nick Brooks out of play. And the count stays full. We'll do it again. And Brooks wears down Gomer, a real long at bat there, and pays off in a walk. And the bases are loaded here with 2 outs for the Miners.
Now stepping to the plate for your Matthew Miners, your first baseman, number 34, Blake Benefield.
Lots of action here with 2 outs for the Miners. As Blake Benefield comes to bat with the bases loaded, looking to make some noise. He's been quiet today. Hitting into a double play and a strikeout. Maybe he can find his groove here with the bases loaded. 1 strike. Gomer's going to reset and take his time. That one in for a ball. 1-1 there. Yeah, 2 singles to start out the inning for the Miners. Then 2 outs, and 2 more runs have scored now with 2 outs here.
Yeah.
Benefield looking to add more.
Big at bat here. Could break this thing open. Miners lead 6-5, but there are 2 outs, so don't expect much to hit, but still hoping to throw strikes.
That one's ripped down the line to left. 2 are going to score at least. It's going to be a double for Benefield. And the Miners lead 8-5 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, high and inside fastball. Benefield just stroked that down the line to left field, and he's on second with a stand-up double, 2 RBIs. So I know it's only 1 at bat, but you could say, he found a groove right there. It was a good AB. Only watched a couple balls go by before he made contact and drove it to left.
We've seen him make great contact in batting practice, and that game environment a little bit different, obviously, than hitting in a cage or, coach throwing to you. And it's good to see him really getting that groove there, just driving it over right down the line there. Big RBIs there, and the Miners find themselves up 3, and with more to come with runners in scoring position here, 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Zach Sharpley to bat. Miners have officially batted around the order here. Sharpley started off the inning with a single.
Yeah, that leadoff single really set the pace for this inning, and a lot of good has come since then.
He's trying for another one. This one not as lucky as it's grounded right to first to end the inning, but not before the Miners Add 5 to take an 8-5 lead here at the end of the 5th. We've got 2 more to go, only a 7-inning game, but we'll be right back with your Matsu Miners radio broadcast. Welcome back to your Matsu Miners radio broadcast. The Miners have a pitching change. They've brought in Zach Hardy, the right-hander from Chandler Gilbert Community College, in for Calvin LeBrun. Hardy, the 6'4", 220 righty. Big kid, fires one.
Yeah, haven't seen him on the mound yet, but I mean, we have been watching BP, and he sent some moonshots out over the left field fence. Not sure if GM's too happy about those lost balls so early in the year, but the kid can swing.
As he blows that one past, 1-1 there. Andre Gregory, a little behind that one. More than a little, I'd say. The 1-1 pitch. That one's low, 2-1. Hardy, of course, from the same school as the head coach, Ben Taylor. Chandler Gilbert in Arizona. As that one is ripped down the line just past Marchena into left field, and that's going to be a single. Thought about a double. Put on the brakes there pretty quick. And just like that, there's one on and none away for the Glacier Pilots.
Number 18, Will Brennan.
Will Brennan, the designated hitter, up for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Reached out a walk in his last at bat. That one outside for ball number 1. Miners up 8-5 here in the top of the 6th. Once again, shortened game this evening, only 7 innings, exhibition game to start the year. As Hardy sends that one low, 2-0. Official attendance tonight, 578 people here at Herman Brothers Stadium. As Hardy checks the runner over there at first, keeping him honest.
Yeah, good crowd for the exhibition, shortened game. Nice weather we had. I know we've talked about it a few times. It rained early this morning up until the early afternoon, but right now it's about 60 degrees and a little cloudy, so not too bad. Some of the people have their jackets on, but pretty comfortable for Alaska.
That one fouled back by Brennan, 2-1. And we know they were doing a lot of work to make sure the field was pristine for today. That's something GM Pete Christopher takes pride in, and it was in a little bit of rough shape after some high school games, a lot of wear and tear, but everyone was out here working real hard to make sure best playing surface available was there, and looks great out here as that one is flied foul down the left field line.
Yeah, you mentioned the high school games. 9 games in 3 days, and the first baseline got a little beat up, but they came out here like 5 days before opening day, laid some new sod, and the rain this morning definitely helped, and the dirt looks nice, and everything's beautiful here in Palmer, Alaska.
Tell you what, if you hadn't pointed it out, I probably wouldn't have known if that side was brand new or not. Looks great. Pitch. Another one fouled down the left field line. 2-2. Brennan battling in this at bat. Decent lead at first for Gregory. As Hardy gives a look over to him. Another one fouled. Same spot. Left field line. 2-2. Outfield's playing pretty close in. Probably not expecting any moonshots. It's Hardy, 2-2 pitch. That one looped right into left center. Some trouble out there. Goes to third. 1 run is going to score for the Glacier Pilots. It's an RBI double. And it is 8-6 Miners here, top of the 6th.
Yeah, good discipline there from Brennan, waiting on a pitch he could hit. Got ahead in the count, 2 balls, 0 strikes. Fouled off 4 consecutive balls before he made some good contact. Drove that one to deep left center field. The infield was playing a little in, but nice swing. Stand-up double RBI. Pilots within 2 now.
Yes, tying run at the plate, Samuel Blair. 1 on, none away here. Top of the 6th. It's Hardy. Throws that one. It gets away from Sharpley, and the runner will advance. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, 8-6. Another run is 90 feet away. No outs, man at third. 1-0 count for Samuel Blair. That one for a strike, 1-1. Hardy so far hasn't been without his strikes, but Glacier Pilots just making good contact when it is in that strike in the zone there. One pitch. That one is low, 2-1.
Yeah, Hardy loves this fastball. I mean, he probably reaches up to 95, according to the head coach of his college, who's fortunate enough to be the head coach here as well, Ben Taylor. Interested to see what other kind of pitches he has, but when he's on, he can blow that fastball right by you.
That one there for a strike, 2-2. Hardy ready to deliver. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sharply throws to first for the out there. And a big first out for Zach Hardy.
Now stepping to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 23, Cameron Thompson.
Cameron Thompson to bat now. One for two. Reached on a fielder's choice and has a walk tonight. Decent night at the plate for Thomas.
Yeah, he's reached all
Thompson.
times. All 3 at-bats, he's gotten to first at least. Has yet to score, so he's been stranded now 3 times, but we'll see what he does with the different change of pitcher now.
Swings that one, misses. Strike number 1. 0-1. 1 away here. Pitch. Inside. Ball 1. And you got to think that out there was big for the confidence after getting kind of roughed up here ever so slightly at the beginning of his first outing of the season. Big confidence booster, something to turn around here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a nice set of pitches. I mean, he's been relying heavily on that fastball, but I mean, whatever's working.
And that one gets by sharply, and a run will score. 8-7. Miners still lead. But that's a tough one to see there.
And of course, right after I say whatever's working, he lets one fly a little wide. But hey, now you got a clean slate, nobody on, 1 out. The count is 2-1. Thompson's first at bat with a righty pitching. We'll see what he does. Previously reached, like I said, on all 3 at bats with lefty pitchers.
And looking ahead to the bottom part of the inning as Hardy throws that one for a ball, 3-1. We do see some action over there in the Glacier Pilots bullpen. That might spell the end of the evening for Brandon Gomer. After a big 5-run 5th there. 6 hits, 5 runs there. That one swung on foul. 3-2. The count is full with 1 out. Miners hold an 8-7 lead. Thompson having a great at bat, battling here. That one in there. Called strike 3 for out number 2. 2 strikeouts now for Hardy.
Now stepping to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 13, Ian Evans.
Ian Evans to bat. Evans 1 for 2, hit by a pitch in that first inning. And 1 RBI. Coach Kevin Smallcomb giving some advice there. Talking strategy, Ian Evans.
Yeah, we mentioned there was some action in the bullpen. Looks to be Andre Gregory, actually a position player, one of those two-way guys. The Matsu Miners actually have a bunch of two-way guys on our team as well. But Gregory's warming up, and not sure if that'll be the end of Gomer or not, but so far he's had a pretty good outing.
That one's a ball there. 1-0 count, 2 away. Righty to righty here. Hardy delivers. Strike. 1-1. Hardy finding the zone a little bit easier here later in the inning. And that one's hit to second. routine play there to first to end the inning. But the Pilots do score 2. They trail by 1. Miners looking to add some insurance runs before we head to the 7th. But we have the bottom of the 6th first. 8-7 Miners right here on the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th here. Pitching change for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Pardon me. Dimitri Torres in to pitch now. Andre Gregory into pitch, and Dimitri Torres replaces him at second base. Oscar Marchena to bat now for the Miners. Looking to add some insurance runs here. They hold on to a 1-run lead as that one is a blooper into right, and that one's going to drop, and it's going to be 2. Oh, Marchena holds up there. Probably a smart decision. Didn't go too far past the right fielder there, but fell just short of a play there. And Justin Amons to bat now for the Miners. And Marchena having a pretty good day at the plate there. Gets another single. Of course, his single, one of 2 singles to start the inning last inning that led to a 5-run inning to take the lead, which is how the Miners find themselves up 8-7 after scoring 3 in the first and 5 there in the 5th. That one in for a strike to Ammons, who himself is 2 for 3.
He finds himself at 0-2 here. Last time he was behind the count at 0-2, flew out to left field.
Takes that one inside, 1-2. That one, another little blooper there, and that's going to drop there in left. Another single. First and second, nobody out for the Miners. It's looking a little bit familiar here.
Number 15.
Yeah, back-to-back singles happened last inning, and you know the rest.
Austin Bull to bat now for the Miners. Switch hitter's been hitting lefty all night. Gregory, another right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, the Pilots actually only have one lefty. So the majority of the time we'll play against them, Bull will be hitting from the left side.
Bull there showed bunt briefly, but pulled it back for the ball. 1-0 the count. Swings that one, sends a rocket over to the left field stands there. Bull has an RBI in the evening and he fouls that one back, 1-2.
Yeah, that RBI coming in the huge 5th inning. A sac fly to center. He also has a run scored after he reached on an error. First time up in the 1st inning.
That one inside. 2-2 the count here. 2 on, none away. Bottom of the 6th. Miners lead 8-7. That one taken for a ball. The count is full. Miners offense shining through tonight so far. 8 runs on 11 hits. As Bull takes ball 4 and the bases are loaded here with no outs. And Quinn Cotton up to bat.
Now steps to the plate for the Matsu Miners. Number 9, Quinn Cotton.
Andre Gregory facing some of the same issues we've seen pretty much from every pitcher so far today. A little bit of rust, possibly, or whatever it is coming into the game. Everyone's been roughed up a little bit. A couple hits there, walk there, as that one is in for a ball low and outside.
Absolutely. That's kind of what's nice about exhibition games, you know. You get to see what you're dealing with, get to throw a lot of pitchers. I mean, a 4-inning outing, obviously it's a shortened game, but 4 innings is not a bad start for the first game of a long summer league. So it's nice to see these guys and the hitters to swing away and have some fun for the first game for sure.
Cotton swings and misses on that one, 1-1. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting your feet wet here in these first couple games, but time to get serious. It's not too far down the line. As Cotton fouls that one off down the right field line. 1-2 the count. Once again, no outs, bases loaded here. The bottom of the 6th for the Miners, who are looking to add some insurance runs. Another one foul. The right field stands. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now stepping to
For
the plate
Cotton.
the Matsu Miners. Number 10.
His second strikeout of the evening.
Pavlica.
And Preston Pavlica comes to bat again.
Yeah, this is the guy you want up, the 4-hole power hitter, bases juiced, only 1 out. We'll see if he can do some damage. Already up 1, bottom of the 6th here.
2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs already on the night. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch. In there for a ball. 1-0. I want to chop her right up the middle, right to the pitcher. Force it home. And that will be a double play to end the inning here in the 6th. Miners had some great opportunity there, but squander it. They leave 3 on, but still have the lead going into the top of the 7th. Final inning here tonight. 8-7 Miners. We're going to be right back here on the Matsu Miners radio broadcast. Welcome back here to the Matsu Miners radio broadcast, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, the official sponsor of the Matsu Miners broadcast. Top of the 7th, Zach Hardy on the mound, throwing to Cuba Bess. That one's in for a ball. Bess 0 for 2, but an RBI, key RBI there in his first at bat. First run of the game, but pretty quiet sense. Takes that one looking for a strike, 1-1. Hardy, rough start to his inning. Last inning, his first appearance is that one, and goes middle for a base hit. 1 on, no out. 2 runs scored in the previous inning for the Pilots to bring them within 1 run here. The Miners still lead 8-7. Nothing to panic about just yet. As Chandler Anderson comes to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Pitch. A chopper to second there. It's going to take a good play at first. Play is there at first. 1 away. Runner advances to second. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Real nice play by Austin Dennis there, moving to his glove side. Didn't really have time to set his feet, but when he looked up, Benefield was there pretty close. He just kind of flipped it overhand. Nothing too fancy, got the job done. Runner advances to second, but 1 out nonetheless, top of 7.
Had a lot of ground to cover going towards that first base line. Get there, and good play all around for out number 1. Hardy throwing to Chris McCready. McCready, junior out of the University of San Diego. I went in there for a strike. 0-1. Hardy taking his time there on the mound. Looking to reset. Not going to throw it before he's comfortable. The 1-0-1 pitch. Swung on, missed. For strike number 2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Hardy.
Now stepping to the plate for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, number 26, Austin Chavin.
Yeah, nice off-speed pitch there. We finally saw it. Confused the hitter a little bit, and 3 straight strikes for the strikeout. 2 outs here, top of 7. 1 more, and the Miners will get their first W of the season. It is an exhibition game, but pretty good going into the regular season coming up.
Yes, always good to start out on the right foot. But there's more to play here as Hardy throws that one for a ball. Of course, the tying run is just there on second. Makes it a little more manageable. Austin Chavin. Takes strike number 2. Strike number 1, rather. 1-1 count. 2 outs, runner at second. Miners lead 8-7 here in the top of the 7th. That one low for a ball, 2-1. Best there, being generous with his leadoff at second. Ready to move.
Absolutely.
Big guy, but ready to move.
Yeah, absolutely. Middle infielder's not really holding them on, especially not with 2 outs. Just focusing on the
That
pitcher
one
and the batter.
chopped foul. 2-2.
Hardy's definitely settling in, though. First inning, we saw majority fastball. Now we've seen, in this bat alone, probably 2 or 3 off speed. So he's giving the batter some mixing it up a little bit.
That one chopped down the third base line, but foul. Martino was there, but to no avail. And we'll do it again. 2-2 with 2 outs here and a man at second.
Yeah, Bess, we mentioned, had that heavy lead on second base, and with the guys not holding him on, he went to third, and he was going to steal. Not sure if it was an actual hit and run, but Chauvin got a great pitch to hit, so he swung at it. So Austin Bull just went and talked to his pitcher to see if maybe he could slap his glove a few times, make the runner be a bit more cautious about leading off that far.
Once again, 2-2 count, 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Miners lead 8-7. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to first. And that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is ball game.
And that will be the game for the Miners.
8-7.
8-7.
Tomorrow night,
Miners,
the Miners
8 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. Anchorage Glacier Pilots, 7 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors. We are going to be right back with some post-game comments right here on Matsu Miners radio broadcast. And we're here with the leader of the Matsu Miners here, Ben Taylor, and
Pete's the leader.
Pete's the leader. Well, second in command maybe, but here we go. Big win tonight, exhibition game. It was only 7 innings, but there's a lot to take away from it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, some of these guys, because they're the early guys, maybe they got knocked out of their conference tournaments early or something, so we're shaking some rust off and, you know, getting guys at bats and putting the uniform on for the first time. And, you know, it was fun. There was a lot of positive things. I thought we ran the bags pretty good. And I thought Blattner did a good job for us. You know, he was a little erratic in some spots, but, you know, I threw a lot on his plate. You know, go start the home opener. Exhibition or not, a home opener is a home opener. So I was really proud of the guys.
Of course, and Blattner didn't really throw that many innings during his college season, so it was interesting to see him be the starter. But you also used other pitchers. You kind of got a little more feel of your whole repertoire here pitching-wise.
Yeah, Cal was a bullpen day for us, you know, until some of the other guys get here. And, you know, Zach does a nice job in the back too, shaking some rust off. I mean, Zach pitched for me from my junior college this year. And, I mean, we've been off the field for a month, so it was good to get him out on the mound.
Something we talked about in our broadcast is the transition to, you know, a wooden bat league. Something I know you guys were working on, you know, hitting this week, you know, comments on that transition. Were you impressed with what you saw from your guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we banged out 8 or 9 hits, and we moved the ball around the field a little bit, and we situational hit. And, you know, the inning when we scored, I think 5, I think we scored 3 with 2 outs maybe. And, you know, it was a lot of fun.
Okay. If there's something you think your team would have to improve on, you got the Chinooks tomorrow night on the road. Is there something you might want to see a little more out of your guys? I know it's early, but
everything. You know, we got to swing it better. We got to play better defense. We got to pitch better. I mean, it's just a big process. You know, lots of positives, and it's just a big process. Every day you got to take some step forward.
Excellent. All right. Well, Ben, thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man.
Absolutely. Sure is. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for talking, Coach. That's it for us here. Thank you.